Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. Now today's vlog, I'll be sitting up and telling you guys some info. If you're wondering, why do you have your joystick? You're not even in your wheelchair. Number one, this is used for me to sit up for today's vlog, so I just won't do this. Yeah, I slope. But, whoop, okay, can you? Nope, too big. Perfect. So, this video, you're probably all wondering why I am doing a sitting down and chatting video when I never really do this. So, these videos but somewhere along the lines I have mentioned it. So, my endocrinologist appointments, we normally start driving around 7:30 or 8, maybe 8, I think it's 8. How do I not know? No, but we start driving around 8, we get there at 8:30, meaning the car ride there takes 30 minutes, then we wait for another 20 to 30, by the time then, it's already 9. Then we do the height and weight check. I'll try and bring my phone. Obviously, we'll have our camera, but I'll try and record what they say, my weight. I'm so excited to check my weight. My friend is 95 pounds, the last time she ever got weighed. And they check based on your height and weight, depending on my condition that I do have, and my friend does have as well. So, here we are. We get our height and weight checked, and I won't be filming the nurse's face. I think if I do, I might blur it. But most of all, I have Matthew has the camera right beside his hip or lower. So if you see everyone's butt, I apologize. That's the best filming I can get, as it does literally allow no filming. So I have to secretly try and film only the lab room, and I normally don't ever film labs, and I don't want to with the camera because, number one, people are sensitive to blood. I faint of blood, and number two, that is private information that I and we cannot share. So I won't be filming the labs. I'll say, oh, I just got my labs done or something like that. Our dad does not know we filmed, so it's going to have to be discreet somewhere. But I am so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am, because number one, I'm missing school tomorrow, so this is the only day I really be absent. I'll tell Miss Faircloth on why I've been absent, and I'll turn in my notes tomorrow morning. So, to Miss Leach or to whoever's at the desk. And I'm sure they'll be great because okay, I'm getting way off track. I'm just so excited. Anywho, I'll just say, and normally, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting off track, but I want to just tell this. Normally, after my endocrinologist appointments, Dad either goes to Walmart or we just head home and have a nice, lovely talk and ride home. And I get my papers, I get my reports, seeing if I'm on the 19th percentile, which I'm probably not. But I really want to know if I gained weight, and I really want to know if my friend has finally hit 100 pounds. I'm so excited. Like, I'm literally beyond. In the morning, I get to miss Monday, which is one of the most worst school days, in my opinion, out of the week. I get to miss bearing squats, so my legs won't be as sore for power cleans or Emmys. Sorry. Why am I putting this all in my perspective? I'm just saying my friend and Emmy does squats, and their legs won't be as sore for the power cleans when they do them. But anywho, now for the rundown of my appointments. So we start driving at 8, and then we arrive there at 8:30. We check in, as you'll see in the video that I'm going to be posting tomorrow, so I'm so excited. So we check in. We wait in the waiting room for 30 minutes. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, so already an hour total at that appointment. We go down the hallway. We go in this little check-in room. They either have the big scale or the puppy dog scale. I normally always go on that tiny, small puppy dog scale where my friend has never seen 100 pounds. Then, after they check my weight, and we then go to this height thing, my friend stands tall and gets her height measured. Then my friend puts back on their shoes. Then they go down a hallway. They wait 30 minutes for Dr. Badic. Dr. Badic is their main physician and provider for the medical assessment. Then, they wait 30 minutes in that room. Then we hear this. And then we hear the door open, which is always a sign that Dr. Badic is there. There's only been one time where there's already been a nurse to access us in the room. Not actually access us. They've been saying, "Oh, you still at AHS, and are you still in middle school?" or something like that. That's the only time they did that. Literally, I don't know why, but that's the only time I remember them doing that. So I don't know if there's going to be a nurse the next time we come in the building, but it's going to be pretty cool and interesting to see because I have not been in their office for 9 months. So as soon as she enters, she does a tiny tad little assessment. She asked me questions on when was the last time you had your period? How are you feeling? Did you have a stomach ache? Then she does the worst assessment. I'm just kidding. I'm over dramatizing it. It's just sensory issues and being super ticklish. She washes her hands with cold, scorching water. That's probably not even the same thing. Cold water. She dries them barely. And puts on hand sanitizer. And keep in mind, her hands are very cold. Then she touches my neck to check my lymph nodes, because I'm guessing the thyroid is in somewhere in between there. I don't even know. I'm sorry. But she checks my lymph nodes to see if they're swollen or not. She kind of hits my back to check my kidneys. And then she checks my reflux. Super sorry, my storage ran critically low. So that's it. That's all they do. And they go back into the room. We go into a room, which is also known as labs. Sometimes we have to go through the gruesome process of going to LabsCorp. LabsCorp is a place that I used to go to at 5 years old, and Jennifer Badic was still there. But sometimes we have to make that gruesome drive to LabsCorp. LabsCorp gives me claustrophobia because the only one experience I had was the worst time I went to an appointment. I won't tell you the story on that because I've already told it during a podcast, I think. Sorry if you haven't ever heard that. But anywho, we move on to labs. I get my labs taken, 2 tubes done. They say my insurance policy and all that stuff. We get it filled out. Then we're leaving. Then we drive home or to Walmart for 30 minutes. And then that concludes the appointment. It takes 3 hours of my time. I normally end up with a Band-Aid. I don't know why I would not. But all in all, I'm just very excited for it. And I know a lot of people are like, Doc, why are you so excited about a singular appointment? Well, I personally feel that it's a great way for me to keep progress of my weight and my height. I get to meet my fellow nurses that I've always met, and they're very nice. I'm not saying that all nurses are mean. In the experience I've had, my nurses have been great. Then I just get to miss the day, which is guarantee not like crazy or not good for school, but it won't really matter if I had missed a day or not, because number one, Miss Lawson's not going to be here. Number two, I can get my history work done at home. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get my work done. Don't think I'm going to be lazy and not. But it gives me time to work on vlogs in the afternoon when I have so much free time. I don't do this so much. I don't miss school constantly. This is literally the first time I'm missing school for a day in like 40-something days of school. And you're wondering, well, that's a little bit sad. I hadn't had my appointment in 9 months. And my dad said this semester that I was going to have an appointment. And guess what? He was gosh dang on right. I did have an appointment. I was not expecting an appointment. They just said, oh, get ready for your bath. That's what they always do. They're like, okay, guys, get ready for your bath. I was like, okay. And they were like, oh, you have a doctor's appointment. I'm like, oh, I know what that means. I've been hearing that so much, but I know what that means. And I know it's mainly endocrinologist. It's never my eye doctor, because I only go to the eye doctor once a year, dentist twice a year, endocrinology twice a year. So that's already, and flu shot once a year. But that's normally during the summer when the flu kicks up. But majority of the time, I know half the time, it's never I know it's going to be endocrinology. I've had this done several and hundreds of times. The same appointment hundreds of times. It's just fun and exciting to know the wait, getting to film a new vlog on endocrinology and all that neat stuff. So I better get my camera roll emptied out, because if I keep all that stuff in my camera roll, the storage is going to quickly build up. I'm going to record snippets and cool stuff from endocrinology. I'm not going to disclose any private info, as that's HIPAA violation. Well, if it's my own information and I'm choosing to share it, I don't think that's HIPAA violation. But if it's another patient's record or something like that, then that is HIPAA violation. It's not for me. But I'm not disclosing any of my private info because, number one, nobody needs to hear my insurance. Nobody needs to hear all of this. And if you hear a name bleep out, that is my friend's name. I don't ever disclose my friend's name. Sorry, I thought one of our parents was calling us. But anywho, my friend's name, I don't want to disclose any of her information. So if you hear check in for beep, that is the reason why. I don't want it to disclose any private information. So it will bleep out the name. Or if my friend allows me to, then I'll leave it in. And I'm positive she will leave it in since she has her own channel. Yeah, but anywho, if she wants me to leave it in, I'll leave it in. If she doesn't, I'll bleep it out. 99% sure she'll allow me to keep it, and that's totally fine. But if she doesn't, I'm going to go by her rules. But anywho, that is why I'm super excited for endocrinology and what this appointment does for me. I'll give a quick overview now. So, hi, my name is Doc. I have lived with hypothyroidism for 61 years, and my friend's 16. We've been going to these appointments every single 6 months or every single 3 months, depending on how severe our condition got from day to day. We take a medication called levothyroxine, a pink-colored pill that has 112 mg of hormones we are missing. We go to these appointments to check our height, weight, and all the other above to see if we are progressing or to see if our medication is helping gain us weight. Those pills in particular help us gain weight. We start in by driving 30 minutes to the doctor appointment. We check ourselves in. We wait 30 minutes in the waiting room. We go to an assessment room where they check our weight, height, blood pressure, and heart rate and breathing rate. Then we walk down the hallway, we go into another assessment room where my actual doctor comes in, Dr. Badic. She comes in, washes her hands, asks me a couple of questions like, when was the last time you had your period? Or how are you feeling? Are you sick? Have you had any pooping issues? All under one basis of hypothyroidism questions and criteria. Then she washes her hands, she checks my throat and my lymph nodes, then she checks my kidneys by hitting or lightly tapping my back. She then checks my reflexes. She sends me off to another assessment room. That assessment room is for labs. My labs consist of a girl going over my insurance policy and all my other good stuff. Then she sticks the needle into my arm. I have this blue little rubber band thing, a little blue pressure thing. Sorry, I don't know what it's called. Then she draws 2 tubes of blood. I get sent home with a Band-Aid, a sticker, if I want to. I walk out, we drive 30 minutes, and sometimes with the labs, sometimes they're not open because of COVID. Then we have to go all the way to LabsCorp, and LabsCorp is something I don't want to go to because I've had one bad experience that I remember from a lot older. And that one experience was super bad. So I do not like getting sent there, but it's something I have to do. These appointments have helped drastically with managing my condition and knowing what to do with my condition. My Jennifer Badic has determined my pills and what level of mg I do need per pill I take. I take this Synthroid medication every single day. I call it my morning medicine because I normally have to take it in the mornings as soon as I wake up or a couple hours after I wake up. And sometimes I do miss a couple of days, which I know that is not great, but I'm being straight honest with you. I've missed 3 to 2 days in a row, which that's not good because that can make me miss my period for a couple of days. Fun fact, if you've never known about me, I one time was so late on my period, I didn't have it for 8 months, and 4 months was my second longest, and they were about to start me on a 10-day oral medication just to restart my period. My condition has gotten so bad, it has stopped my period for 4 to 8 months, and that is dangerous. Classifying dangerous as in I'm not growing like a normal female should. I'm not having a menstrual cycle which produces ovaries and all that other fun stuff the right way. I'm not having it on time. I'm not having it every month, which is scary to think about, but I don't really want to think about it because it's a scary thought, And then that's it. I have these appointments I have them twice a year, and I used to have them 3 times a year, depending on where my condition has gone or where it is heading. So thank you all so much for watching this informational video of Endocrinologist, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye!